Hello and welcome to another video. So again, I'm up Cannock Chase. I keep making a habit of coming up Cannock Chase, but there's a lot of opportunities in the winter up the chase and in the summer, but mainly in the winter we get a lot of redwings and fieldfares, which I've covered in previous videos. And today I've just come up just because we've had a lot more snow again. It's the second time already that we've had a lot of snow, so I'm going to make use of it. I'm not planning on getting snow shots unless birds go on the ground, but because the snow's not on the trees anymore. But I am looking to just get some. We are targeting a subject again today. Well, two subjects really: redwings and fieldfares. If you look behind me, there's just constant movement through all these bushes, and it's quite quiet up the chase today, so there should be less disturbance from other people. So there's just birds everywhere. You'll hear the fieldfares kind of cackling, I call it, in the background, and then the redwings are kind of like high-pitched little squeaks, which you'll hear in the background throughout the day as well. So the sun's shining, it's a clear day, hopefully it's not too harsh, and yeah, we'll get stuck in and hopefully we can find some redwings and fieldfares that only visit us in the winter, so it's the opportunity to do it. And there's not too many berries about, so if I can find some good trees with berries on, we should be okay. So let's get stuck in. Thanks for joining me. Oh my days. What about that then? Been walking down the main path where I've just done the intro to this video, and there's birds everywhere. There's mainly redwing, but a hell of a lot of fieldfare as well, and you can constantly see them flying around, probably behind me. And there's a tree just in front. It's not got that many hawthorn berries on, but you can see there fieldfares just flew onto it, and there's redwing on it now, and you can see the size difference between the fieldfare and the redwing. The fieldfare is definitely the boss. But the redwings do have a bit of a fight in them as well. So yeah, there's plenty of birds about. Not many berries. There are trees that have got a lot of berries, but they tend to be near the car parks and things like that. So we'll have a little look round, see if we can get some confident birds that we can take some nice bits of video and hopefully get some closer up shots. But that's just that little clip there just shows you how many birds there are about, and they're constantly on the move. So it's going to be an opportunistic kind of thing. So I'm going to walk around with the camera today, not necessarily just sit there with a tripod like I've done in the last time I was up Cannock Chase with puddles and things like that. So yeah, we'll have a little walk around. It is freezing, so yeah. Look how many birds are behind. It's absolutely crazy. There must be 25, 30 fieldfare just flew over, and there's still loads behind me. You can hear them. It's going to be a lot of opportunities for flight shots. I have already taken a couple, so I'll show you what I've already got. kind of stuck around here a little bit and just stood in one place really, because the birds initially scatter when you walk into an area, but then as soon as you kind of stand there for a little bit, they know that you're there, but they come to the trees anyway around you, and you can get a little bit closer.
A few moments later.
My winter hay fever kicking in. But yeah, also I had a little moment just in these trees here in front of a bullfinch. A pair of bullfinches actually come quite close into the tree next to me and then flew into a birch tree, feeding on like I think they're called the catkins, like the little seed heads. They look like little caterpillars hanging on the birch trees. But yeah, it looked like they were feeding on those, to be honest. So it's absolutely good little morning, and the only reason I knew a bullfinch was about was because I heard that kind of dainty little kind of call, and yeah, I spotted the female, which was really close, and then the male turned up because I could hear another bird in the background. So it's worth just keeping your ears open. You can hear the redwings though constantly, that very high pitched chirp. And so a good little tip, I've just come across this tree, and it's worth just standing around and just in one area and just looking at where the birds go, similar to the puddles, where in a previous video, a couple of videos ago, I found a puddle that the birds liked, and obviously that's where to set up if you're going to want to take some images. Just the same as this tree here is a very, very popular redwing tree because it's got some of the most berries on, presumably because it's right next to the road. So the birds are constantly coming on and off it with the cars coming past. But there's also a feeding station just here, so it gives the birds a lot of confidence to come down because there's a lot of movement, and obviously there's a lot of berries still on there, so it's worth just watching and seeing which trees the birds come to. And this one is only the redwings seem to like this one. The fieldfare aren't coming to it. But another thing as well, when you find your tree, get the right angle, watch the birds on the tree for a bit, take some photos, and I'll show you a couple of photos where the angle's very different, and all I've done is taken 3 or 4 steps to the right while the bird's comfortable, and I've got a totally different angle. So there's a kind of a shot where the bird's eating a berry and we're looking directly at it, and then there's a view from the side where we're kind of getting a side view of the bird, and obviously if the bird moves then we've got to move as well. So it's only useful if you know a bird's feeding in a certain direction. So I'll show you those 2 images because it really does show how the perspective totally changes when you just stand to the left or to the right, or even up or down sometimes. So yeah, have a look at these images because I think some of these are going to be the best of the day after finding this tree, which has been really useful. So we've just had a little bit of drama. A load of fieldfare kind of went up out of nowhere, and fieldfares are big birds, and something obviously isn't right when that happens, and it came clear what it was. It was a sparrowhawk came from one side of the road to the other, and it just perched up on this tree, and it obviously must have gone for something, I assume a smaller bird. It wouldn't be going for a fieldfare unless it's a female sparrowhawk, but it looked like a male, but maybe it was a female. You could probably tell from the footage that I'm going to show you in a minute. Landed on a branch further up the road and then kind of went to attack some more small birds or fieldfare. So got a little bit of a snippet of footage, but nice to see a bit of action from a sparrowhawk there. You don't often see that, and very often you don't capture it on camera, so it's nice to see. Hopefully the footage has come out okay. So I've literally just had my second sparrowhawk encounter of the day, and it just came again. Birds just went absolutely everywhere, mainly obviously the fieldfare, as that's the most abundant bird in the area, and they were going crazy. And then to the left I was kind of looking for something, and just to the left here in this clearing, and luckily with the sun that way and the subject this way, perfect for the light. I had my settings already in flight shot mode, and I was able to lock on to the bird. It was quite difficult because there's a lot of trees behind, but still I managed to lock on. So hopefully I've got some really cool flight shots of this sparrowhawk, and I believe it was a female because it was big, and those fieldfare were really scared. So take a look at these flight shots of the sparrowhawk. So I think today's video is a good example of how you don't have to, you can go out in mind of seeing a subject and things like that, and you can obviously have a good idea of where the birds already are, but other things will just turn up and other things will happen in nature. We've had bullfinches turn up, we've had the sparrowhawk turn up a couple of times, loads of other little birds knocking about as well. So it just really shows you just have to be outside, just spend a little bit of time outside searching for your subject. I've probably been out here 3 hours today. I've seen a sparrowhawk twice, loads of redwing, loads of fieldfare, so it's been a fantastic day for me out with a camera. And what a great way to top it off with a sparrowhawk coming through, and hopefully those flight shots are good enough. I feel like I got a good amount of panning on it, so it should be pretty good. So I think we'll leave the video on a high note there, and the redwing have been especially good today. Fieldfare not so much, but I did manage to get close to one, but it was in the dense foliage, so it was a bit difficult to get a good shot. But I'm happy with what I've done today anyway, and I've had a great day out, and that's the main thing, isn't it? We don't always have to get images. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please do like and subscribe as always, and hopefully we lose the snow a little bit and we don't have too many snowy episodes for you. Don't want you feeling cold, so yeah, please do like and subscribe. Drop a comment below on your thoughts on the video or any thoughts, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching.